Hello everybody, welcome to the crypto realm. Today we're going to talk about Ethereum. And I personally used to love Ethereum. I thought their technology was great, and it was for the time. But things change, right? And Ethereum is going to have to change, and it's taking too long. So, in my eyes, there's other projects out there that do what Ethereum does. It's just Ethereum had like first adoption, right? It was like one of the first few cryptocurrencies out there to adopt, and Ethereum was the first one with smart contracts on it. So it got first user adoption. So it's that's how it goes, right? But now we're facing the reality. Ethereum's utility sucks. It sucks big time. You have other projects out there which can do what Ethereum does right now, and maybe you should be looking somewhere else. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to the people you listen to. Listen to your own research. What's out there now that works? What's going to be another 3 years down the road? All that you can look up and you can make proper investments. Because there's things coming up like Cardano, and in my opinion, are going to destroy everything. Cardano's going to be the best blockchain technology to date. And in my eyes, you'd have to be a fool to realize that Ethereum is not doing so good. It's probably on its last legs. Yeah. And with a leader like Charles Hoskinson, you can't go wrong. I can't follow Vitalik Buterin. He's just a kid. He dances on stage with stuffed animals and stuff like that. And I've heard some not too nice things, you know? If you do your research, he's not that smart. He's smart, you know, he's smarter than me. He's smarter than you. But there's things that could have been done that a maturer mind would have gone ahead and done instead of the things he did. I just think they pumped it to get it out. That's all I think they did. And now we're at this situation. So all the Ethereum people that were hating on Cardano, saying it's a scam, it takes this much time to create software. And you must be a noob in the world because it takes this much time in main legacy systems for software to be created from nothing on a whole new system. It takes time to get the bugs out, to make it right. And Ethereum just shot theirs out, and this is what happens, right? There could have been things done. They could have held off, but they chose not to, which is probably a smart move for at the time. It gave them the funds to do the more upgrades that they're doing now, right? So Ethereum 2.0 upgrades aren't the game changer that could bring more users. Cardano. Ethereum might be the darling of the blockchain world, but it's likely that the awaited ETH2 will not attract wider mainstream adoption. Not anytime soon. Ethereum 2.0 is being pegged as the blockchain messiah of Ethereum. Newsflash, it's not. The long-awaited changes are not expected to solve core issues that are plaguing the network and forestalling wider adoption. Vitalik Buterin, the brilliant mastermind behind the Ethereum blockchain, considers the personnel working with Ethereum as a bigger problem than the actual software, as he stated in a recent interview with Forecast News. While the personnel working on the project may or may not be problematic, it's surely not the only shortcoming. As promising as the new rollout may seem, the kind of software upgrades set to be introduced will not solve the long-term problems plaguing the network from reaching the heights Buterin and his disciples once envisioned. Yeah. So related, the great tech exodus. Ethereum blockchain is the new San Francisco. The major problems. Ethereum currently runs on a proof-of-work system that enables up to 15 transactions per second or so, double that of the Bitcoin blockchain, and is widely considered as impractical for building any expansive decentralized finance or DeFi ecosystem. As a result, gas fees are incredibly high on Ethereum. Because so few transactions can be processed per second, the price to process faster becomes competitive. Research by Dune Analytics shows that 2 to 5% of transactions on Ethereum-based decentralized exchanges failed due to complications such as insufficient gas prices. Yep, how's a newbie gonna do this? So are related again. Ethereum fees are skyrocketing, but traders have alternatives. Yes. Another core issue the Ethereum platform faces but often disregards is poor user experience. Design. Yep. As a result, the average users who may be interested in engaging with decentralized finance applications or non-fungible tokens, NFT, marketplace, for example, will avoid doing so because most user interfaces are not intuitive, but also lack sufficient educational resources to give users the know-how to use the platform. Yeah. I was in Polkadot. Holy crap. It's easy if you go to like Kraken or something and let them stake it for you. But, and it's liquid there, by the way. If you stake it on the Polkadot extension and all that stuff, it can get a little weird, you know. You have to know what you're doing. And there's like the one thing about Polkadot, just like I said, it's not kind of user friendly. You have to know what you're doing before you go in there, because even I like was like, okay, I have to figure this out, figure that out. And I was like, oh, okay, I got it. It's pretty much the same but different. But a new user, oh my goodness, they're gonna have a hard time, especially figuring out a wallet at first, and then figuring how to connect the wallet to the Polkadot pool and all this other kind of stuff, staking. It can get, and you have to, oh yeah, even picking the staking pools in Polkadot was like crazy. It takes a while to figure it out, but once you get it, you get it. But it's, oh, it was an experience. And in Polkadot, if you stake on Polkadot, it's locked. 28 days you're gonna have to wait to get that back. So you can stake. It's good rewards. It's like 10 to 14%. I don't know. I was making good returns, but I had to get out. I can't have my stuff locked up for 28 days, especially when markets are going up and down. That's just too long a period. And I don't think it's in their, if you heard about their ICOs or whatever they call them, I think you thought 28 days was bad. Once you get involved with their ICOs and things like their auctions, you're locked up for a year, 2 years. Then you get some rewards back. That's just nonsense. Okay, so let's get back into this. Users are expected to set transaction fees. Did I read all that? No. No. So users are expected to set transaction fees and gas price and gas limits for transaction processing. Yet, how many users realistically know this without going down the intense rabbit hole of cryptocurrency jargon and information? Insider Intelligence reported that 25% of United States adults don't understand or know to invest in digital currencies. I'd probably say more. How could users be expected to know without access to effective educational tools? For example, that sending payment from two separate wallets to the same receiving address would not cause a nuanced conflict. In all likelihood, the vast majority of regular users would not be aware in the slightest of such a problem to begin with. Yeah. There's problems, they don't even know the problems yet. Mass adoption of blockchain tech is possible, and education is the key. Yeah, but I know my friends and family are getting tired of me talking about it. They haven't dipped in yet. But yet, every day there's adoption. Every day there's good news. But I do get the occasional friend from here or there, like when Bitcoin hit 60,000. Oh, Daryl, how do you join? How do you get Bitcoin? And my first response is, you want it now after me telling you about it for years at its highest price ever? What made you decide that? You know what I mean? Oh, it's crazy. People just drive me nuts. To respond to these long-standing issues, Ethereum's overseers announced the launch of ETH2 as a series of upgrades over its existing model, which would include switching a proof-of-stake and sharding. The proof-of-stake concept states that people can mine blocks and validate transactions according to how many coins they hold. The Ethereum Foundation announced that it expects the switch to POS to be completed by the end of 2021. As the Ethereum Foundation explained in a recent blog post, the energy requirements remain unchanged compared with the old POW system. When will Ethereum 2.0 fully launch? Roadmap promises speed, but history says otherwise. Yeah. Sharding is expected to take much longer, and according to Ethereum's website, shard chains could ship sometime in 2022, depending on how quickly work progresses. After the current Ethereum mainnet merges together with the beacon chain proof-of-stake system. Sharding is the process of splitting a database horizontally in order to spread the load, reducing network congestion, and increasing transactions per second. The shard chains are expected to give Ethereum more capacity to store and access data. So is the security the same, I wonder? The new upgrades are designed to be more environmentally conscious and speed up the processing of transactions. In addition to these upgrades, the blockchain programming language is expected to change from the traditional Ethereum virtual machine (EVM) to one that can be adopted by developers using C++ or Rust, which will simplify coding directly into a browser. While the infrastructural upgrades may prove beneficial in some capacities, such as improving the flow of transactions, they still miss the mark. First, Ethereum 2.0 has been in the works for years, leaving many users wondering when the actual full upgrades will happen. Proof of stake is intended to reduce mining costs and energy consumption. However, network throughput will only increase if block times are reduced and or block sizes are increased. Furthermore, sharding only helps applications that can run independently from the other and only need to be synced every once in a while. But DeFi's inherent decentralized and open source nature means that the sharding style processing would need to run transactions through a relay chain and thus slow down the entire process. Ethereum is done. It's over. Oh my god. I think even now, if you're getting the staking rewards, you have to wait 2 years before you can claim them. Oh my goodness. What other technologies are going to be around by the time Ethereum catches up to what people can do now already? Unbelievable. In my eyes, Ethereum is a complete failure. Where does the future of DeFi belong? Ethereum or Bitcoin? What? More importantly, on the user experience front, Ethereum is still lagging behind to a large extent that remains unsolved by the rollout of ETH2 upgrade. While Ethereum claims it will release upgrades that solve the transaction processing speeds and high gas fee problem at a degree, the foundation shows a blatant disregard for issues that, if resolved, would open doors for a greater number of users who are currently daunted by Ethereum's unfriendly interface. Yep. Even when the expected upgrades will eventually roll out, users will still have difficulty setting transaction fees and gas prices and gas limits for transactions processing. Even beyond Ethereum, the UX issues are not unique to Ethereum and are common on other blockchains that use EVM protocols such as Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. Because other Ethereum-compatible chains that use EVM protocols suffer from the same UX issues, it is difficult to envision a future in which even EVM-based chains will also be truly accessible to the average user. Yeah. Well, you know what though? Do your research. Grow yourself, right? Learn what these things are. One day, maybe you can create your own blockchain. You can do your own thing. Why do you have to just tag along? Why not learn this stuff, if it interests you? But I think everybody should learn as much as they can about anything, because the more independent you are, the more you don't need third-party systems, the more you can live your life the way you want and do things on your own terms. So in addition to the lingering gas fee parameter issues, transactions have long confirmation times that typically result in delays. Asynchronous transaction submission and confirmation notices. Sorry, that was like all bundled up. Quite often, a user will not receive a confirmation right after the transaction, leaving too much uncertainty regarding whether the targeted recipient received the transaction. I remember that from the early days. Oh my goodness, you were scared to death to even push send. And then you're just looking at it. Those were the days. But now, once you've sent to an address a few times, you don't even double check. Like you check to make sure, but you're not like pulling your hair out. It's just click, look at it, boom, click, send, done. Okay, go. So Ethereum might be the darling of the blockchain world, but at some point the hype may just turn out to be hot air. In my mind, Ethereum's done. And it's very likely that the long-awaited upgrade will not attract wider mainstream adoption. It's not clear if the expected changes will be able to deliver the promises of Ethereum Foundation's head honchos. See, there's more issues to come. Until Ethereum can solve some of the deeper issues at heart, it's doubtful that ETH2 will make a significant difference for anyone outside of the community of Ethereum enthusiasts. For now, 2.0 is not a much-needed game changer, but rather a cosmetic upgrade. True. Yeah, sorry, ETH. Rest in peace. So you can catch this article out on Cointelegraph. Adrian Cryon. It's a lot of info. Go Cardano. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. I am not a financial advisor. Everybody do your own research. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.